Hey, I'm Julie, Fei-Fan Balzer, and as you can see, there are so many different ways to print on fabric, and especially using your own homemade tools. Now, this week I took a little trip to the nail salon where I found some surprising inspiration. So I recently got a pedicure, and when I took these things out, I looked at them. These are the things that they put between your toes, and I thought, now that would make an amazing stamp, right? So I just have some fun foam. This is some thick fun foam. You could also use a piece of cardboard or anything like that. And I'm going to use some glossy accents. I think any adhesive that is going to be strong and waterproof would work. And I am going to make myself a little foam stamp, and we're going to see how it prints. So as you can see, I'm using a lot of adhesive. I would rather, with a stamp like this, have too much adhesive because I'm going to be washing this and cleaning it and using it with a lot of wet stuff, so I really want it to hold up. And I like to put it as close to the edge as I can without going over. I can see a whole variety of stamps made from these. Maybe you leave a space between these two pieces as opposed to putting them right up against each other. You could do a whole bunch of interesting stuff with them. Okay, so this is, while it's wet, it's kind of slippery and it's sliding all over. And the thing that's the most important to me is I really want them to be right up against each other. So I'm going to focus on holding them together until the glue kind of catches. Okay, I'm going to let this dry for maybe an hour or so. So now that the glue has had time to dry, I'm just going to take a pair of scissors and cut around it. I like to cut as close as possible to the design. So the reason I like to cut as close as possible to the design is that when you flip this over, you want to know where the design is. And if it's too far out, then you can't tell for placement. So that's why I like to be nice and tight. In fact, you can see very, very, very tight. Okay, so we're going to do some rough printing, meaning we're just going to do it kind of quick and dirty. So I have put out some ink, or you could use acrylic paint, whatever you want, onto my palette. I've got a brayer that is about the size of my block that I'm using here, and I'm going to print on fabric, and I'm not really going to pin it or do any of the stuff that you're supposed to get a good print, because again, like I said, we're just doing a quick and dirty printing here. So this is probably too much ink, so you want to make sure that you have, this is a Goldilocks thing, right? It's like enough to cover the stamp, but not so much that it's gloopy all over is the way that I would put it. And then before I actually print onto my fabric, it's always nice to do a test print. So you could print it on a little piece of fabric or anything else, but I just want to see how it's printing, and it looks fantastic. So I think this guy is ready to print. So let me get the fabric on out here. I do clean my hands with baby wipes all along the way because I'm going to be very dirty otherwise. This is a cotton muslin. Again, I haven't ironed it, I haven't pinned it, I haven't done any of the things you're supposed to do because we're just having fun. So now you can see why it was so important to cut those edges where we could see where the stamp ends so that we could print that so it looks like it's a single row. So I don't have the space in my studio for a full-time like printing table to be out. So I'll show you the kind of hack trick that I use that might work for you, because I think it also works for a really small space as well. So you can see that this is my ironing board, and it's a nice padded surface. On the rack underneath, I have some baby wipes there so I can clean my hands, and I have a trash can sort of just by the baby wipes right here. I have a clean piece of paper, which my brayer and my block or my stamp are sitting on. My fabric is there. It's on top of a piece of butcher paper, so if any ink leaks through, that gets absorbed into the butcher paper. And then I have my palette with my ink on the right side because I'm a righty, which makes it really easy to ink up the stamp. And this setup makes it so that I sort of have a printing studio for a big, long piece of fabric right here, and it doesn't take up a lot of space, and it's temporary. So I want to take a moment to show you the printing process in real time, and then we'll speed it up. I'm rolling the brayer, but always in one direction. You don't want to go back and forth. You want to take full advantage of the circular nature of a brayer. And then I like to place the stamp down, and I'm very carefully pushing on it with my fingers and the palm of my hand and all that stuff. Lift it up, put it back on the clean piece of paper, and then ink up again. I often will stop also to wipe my hands with a baby wipe as they get dirty, because you don't want to transfer any of that ink onto your fabric or paper or whatever it is that you're printing onto. Now, the clean white paper underneath everything may seem like sort of overkill, but as someone who is very messy, as you can see, I'm cleaning up, and tends to like drop things or get ink where it shouldn't be, I found that the paper saves me every time, and that's just copy paper. So you can see I'm just moving the fabric along as it's time. It just hangs down over the edges of the ironing board. Again, great system for a small space. If you're doing a lot of printing and doing it professionally, you obviously want to have like a real table and all that kind of stuff. But this is a great like casual way to do it and not get things a little bit crazy. Now, as I mentioned, it is a foam stamp, so you could use acrylic paint, you could use all kinds of things. I'm actually using screen printing ink. Ideally, you might use block printing ink because it would have a very long open time, and it's meant for this kind of stuff. Oops, see, I just throw that piece of paper away, and there's another clean one underneath. So here you can see the big, beautiful piece of fabric that I printed. This is one of those projects that surprised me, right? I never thought that I would go to the nail salon and end up coming home with some inspiration for printmaking. I can see lots of different patterns that you could make with this same stamp block. And I can see some variations you could do if you had more of these little things to play with, and you could come up with some different designs too. So I hope you will subscribe to this YouTube channel. Give me a thumbs up. Love to hear your comments if you have any. And of course, check out my online classes at balzerdesigns.com. I make all kinds of artsy things really, really easy for you.